What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again, and I haven't done any news about gaming for a while, but I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start again with this here because there's been something on my mind, and I just got to talk about it. Before I get into my video, let me say this: E3 is coming real soon. And Microsoft has some work to do to get gamers from the Sony camp, like I am, into Xbox again. Because most people on Xbox right now are watching Hulu, Netflix, and media apps, and they're not playing games. Meanwhile, on the Sony camp, people are playing more games than doing Netflix and stuff like that. I mean, every now and then you might see somebody doing Netflix, but most likely you see more people in the Sony camp playing games. Let me just get that out the way there. Now, from what I heard, there is a trade-in that people from the Xbox camp are saying that it's worth trading in your PS4 or PS4 Pro for the next big thing, which people are saying the Xbox Scorpio. Really? Let me tell you something about me. I love my PS4 Pro, and I ain't no fanboy or anything like that. I ain't no drone or nothing like that. Yeah, you know, anybody that knows me know that I can't stand fanboys. I am a gamer. I will always be a gamer. Always be a gamer. I'm 39 years old. I'm a gamer. I'm going to continue to be a gamer. I got 20 PS4 games right now. 20. And the list is going to go on and on and on until I have a whole collection of PS4 games. I'm not trading in my PS4 for an Xbox because Microsoft has something to prove this time around. You have no games, and you have to prove what kind of games you can give people in order for people to trade in their PS4 for the Xbox Scorpio pre-order. And by the way, here's the reason why I got this up here by Express.com. It's something in the UK, but this is a UK site basically. But they make a valid point. This is the reason why I have this up here. The Xbox Scorpio, people are saying it's going to be the most expensive console of all times. A lot of people are comparing it to a gaming PC. You know? And that's cool and all, you know. That's all right with the whole, GPU and CPU and all other specs that this thing has or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can see this here, you know. That's all cool and all, and everything like that. I'm not no tech guy or whatever, but this stuff looks amazing, looks pretty good, right? Here's the problem with this whole thing. First of all, is it really worth the price if you don't have no games? Is it really worth the price? You know what I'm saying? Because this thing is going to be expensive. And I'm trying to see what kind of games, what kind of games can this thing have for people that has a PS4, or PS4 Pro? Why would they trade it in for this Xbox Scorpio if it has nothing to play on? We want to see games that's worthwhile to playing. Other than that, I'm going to keep my PS4. I'm going to continue to keep my PS4 until Microsoft comes out with something that will get me to trade my PS4 in. And right now, Microsoft ain't doing nothing. Even with that Xbox Game Pass thing, I don't care to play games that I already played. I don't care to do that. For $10 a month, you could download games. I don't care to, and then you take the games away. You take the games away at the end of the month, even if they're downloaded. You take them away, and then you refresh the category. You know, so Microsoft, let me tell you why there's pros and there's cons about your Xbox Game Pass thing. Let me tell you here's the pros. The pros about it is that, yes, it's $10 a month, and it's cheaper than PlayStation Now, okay? And you can download the games so that you don't have to worry about playing games, you know, through the internet. They're downloaded. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about lag issues or none of that kind of stuff. That's the pros. The cons about it is that you have already played these games. And most of those games are going to be Xbox 360 games. You may have a few Xbox One games, but most of them is going to be Xbox 360 games. And nobody really cares about the backwards damn compatible right now. Most of the people on the Xbox are playing, you know, Xbox 360 games because there's no other games to play. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, why would I pay for the Xbox Game Pass $10 a month when I already have Xbox 360 games that I'm playing or really not playing right now? That wouldn't make no sense. But anyway, you know, that's the Xbox Game Pass thing. I would just, you know, wanted to get that out the way there. There's no reason for me to get an Xbox One S or anything like that in order to play on the Xbox Game Pass. There's no reason to do that. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I didn't buy a next-gen console to play old-ass games. I'm not doing it. At first, it was a good idea, but now when you really think about it, it's not a good idea. The whole backwards compatibility thing, it's not a good idea. I'm sorry. Now, let's get back to the Scorpio thing. You know what? I want to believe that Microsoft is going to reveal something big at E3. See, everything falls on E3 now. Everything falls on E3. This is where gamers go when they want to see something spectacular from a press conference. They want to see something that's like, that will blow their mind. Okay? But I could give you the predictions right now on what Microsoft and what Sony going to do. Here's what Microsoft going to do at E3. Microsoft is going to announce what the Project Scorpio is going to look like and the price tag. And they're going to tell you all the specs, and they're going to tell you future games that may or not be desirable for, you know, for gamers. Most likely, most of the games won't be desirable, but they're going to show it anyway, you know, and that's going to be their whole E3 press conference thing. That's what it's going to be. That's going to be their showcase right there. They're going to show off the Scorpio. They're going to show the price tag, and they're going to show, you know, mostly undesirable games at E3. That's it right there. Now here's Sony. Sony is going to announce the PlayStation 4 Pro Slim, and they're going to announce at the end of the Sony thing, towards the end, PlayStation 5. And then they're going to announce games too. You know, they're going to announce probably more desirable games than undesirable games. And let me tell you something right now when it comes to Sony. There's one game that I'm looking forward to right now that was announced at last year's E3, the one game that I'm looking forward to right now is God of War. That game looks absolutely awesome, but it reminds me a little of Skyrim. And there was a few people on YouTube that was talking about how God of War looks a lot like Skyrim, but that's the game I want to get, okay? But yeah, I'm rambling on again. Xbox Scorpio, I just want to read some of this right here. Y'all know how I do, like, I do over 10-minute videos. Y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? So just deal with me for a little bit longer, okay? So let me read this here. Xbox Scorpio should prove popular if it launches with a more affordable price tag. Obviously, no one's going to pay no $600 or $700 for no damn, what's the name? For no Xbox Scorpio. I'm sorry. I won't do it. I'm sorry. Especially if you ain't got no games to play. Xbox Scorpio price details may have been leaked ahead of the holiday 2017 release date. Microsoft is expected to announce the Xbox One Scorpio price at E3 2017, obviously. However, one retailer may have spilled the beans early. Spanish retailer Extra Life via Desi XBL is advertising the upcoming Xbox Scorpio console with a $399 price tag. Now that's in UK. That's roughly $335 in the UK, although it's more likely to cost $399 if the advert is accurate. So think of like damn near double that in the US. $399 in the UK, think of that double in the US. Just keep that in mind. The price of the Xbox Scorpio is seen as major potential stumbling block for the new console, and there have been conflicting reports about how much it may cost. Microsoft previously described it as a premium console and said it would cost more than the Xbox One S, which is right now $300. Xbox boss Phil Spencer also said, it's the $300 for the 500 gigabyte, $400 for the 1 terabyte. Let me get that out the way there. Xbox boss Phil Spencer also said that it would meet the demands of a high-end consumer and would therefore have a higher price point. Come on. They're comparing the damn thing to a PC, a high-rig PC. They're comparing it to that. So, of course, it's going to be much higher. It will cost more than the S. Obviously, that's how we building it, Phil said. We have not announced the pricing yet, but I want to make sure that the investment are putting into the product of Scorpio meets the demands of a higher-end consumer, and that will be a higher price. Okay, so we know when that it's going to be pretty damn high because of all the specs and stuff like that. You're not going to see 400. You're not going to see 500. I really doubt that you'll see 500. I think it might be 600 in the U.S. Okay, the Xbox Scorpio has been compared to a luxury PC worth thousands of dollars. Although hopefully it won't cost that much, because if it don't, you are not going to see nowhere near no million sales, over 1 million sales in this first week, or in this first week, especially not at launch. I can tell you that right now. Xbox E3 conference takes place on Sunday, June 11 at 10 p.m. UK time. If you want to find out what the time here in the US. It's obviously it's going to be around like 12 or 1 o'clock, because that's how they usually do it. I have watched every single E3 press conference from Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo's every single year. So it's basically around that time. Okay, the Xbox Scorpio specs were recently revealed in full. The impressive console has a CPU that is 30% faster than that of an original Xbox One, while the GPU is 4 to 4.6 times more powerful than its predecessor. Interestingly, the 8 GB of memory, which is up from 5 GB found in the original Xbox One allows the console to process art assets, making it easier to run 4K resolution visuals at higher speeds. The full list of Xbox Scorpio specs can be seen below. And that's what it is right there. But will it be worth the price? You're saying all this and all that about, they're talking about how it's going to be, compared to a high luxury PC. But will it be worth it if there's no real games to play? What they're basically saying is you're going to have a PC as a console in your house. You're going to have a high-end, let me take that back. You're going to have a high-end PC, in your house. That's, it's going to be like a console. It's going to be a high-end PC console, if you understand what I'm saying. But if you don't have no games for this thing, it's not going to be worth the price. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, Microsoft is lacking games. And that is a serious downfall of Microsoft right now. When you don't have no games, when you don't have nothing to play, you're sitting there watching Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. I don't know if I will pay. I mean, they're talking about $399 in UK. That's double, almost double in the US. Is it really worth it? That is the question. And right now, I can say that it isn't. So I would not be trading my PS4 for an Xbox Scorpio pre-order. I would not do it. Microsoft is going to really have to wow me in order for me to do that. And right now, y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing a damn thing. So, yeah, I don't think I will trade in my PS4 for an Xbox Scorpio or anything Xbox at this point. Y'all got to show me something. Until then, I'm keeping my PS4, and that's just how I feel about it. All right, y'all, this is the Bear, and I'm out. Peace.